So this is an explanation video of the Strength APRE 10RM program for women's rugby right now. I really just want to make sure that everybody understands what we're doing from a APRE perspective here with these adjustments on your 10RM sets. So you can assume that your 10RM for any exercise is about 75% of your 1RM. So if we take the calculator here and use 100 pounds as our example, 100 as your 1RM for back squat, say, would be times 0.75, which as we know is 75 pounds. So that's going to be your estimated 10 RM for that particular exercise. So then on the first set, what you would do is actually take 50% of that 10 RM. So we're dividing 75, in this case by 2, 37 and a half. In that case, if it was below 45, I would just use the bar for your 50%. And then we're going to calculate 75%, which is right here in our second set of squat. So our 10 RM being 75, and we want to know what 75% of that is. So if your back squat max, your 1 RM, was 100 pounds, your 75% of that is going to be 75, and 75% of your 10 RM would be 56.25 pounds, or we would round that to 55 or potentially 60. So that's how you calculate your 50 and 75% of your 10 RMs. And then what happens is after these two sets, which should feel quite light, don't make them heavier just because this is organized in a specific way for a specific reason. We're going to do AMRAP, or as many reps as possible with good form at your 10 RM. So we knew that in this exercise, our 10 RM was 75 pounds. That would be the weight that you would use for that particular set. And then based on how many reps you get in that third set, which is AMRAP, or as many reps as possible, you use this chart here to determine how much weight you're going to add, decrease, or not change at all for your last set. So your last set is also as many reps as possible at an adjusted weight based on this chart right here. So on your third set, if you got 9 to 11 reps, you would use the same load as your 10 RM. If you got 7 to 8, you would decrease. If you got 4 to 6, you would decrease a bit more, and so on and so forth. So if you got 12 to 16 reps, we would increase a little bit, or if you got 17 plus, you would increase quite a lot. So this may change week to week, these AMRAP sets, and that's exactly what we're looking for. These are only used on our main lift, so our back squat, our bench press, our front squat, our military press, and then again in our back squat and bench press. Important to note that if you don't know your 1 RM for a front squat, it's going to be approximately 80% of your back squat 1 RM, potentially up to 90%. So you can make an educated guess on how much your front squat 1 RM is. If you don't, or if you haven't tested it, or you don't want to test it, we can estimate based on 80% of our back squat 1 RM. Our military press we never tested, so you can make an educated guess there on what you think you can do, or you can do a set with the bar or just over the bar for as many reps as possible, and then you'll know how many reps that you can actually execute at a certain level. What you can actually do is go to this site. Say you use the barbell and you got 20 reps. That would give us it's got to be between 1 and 10. That doesn't work. Never mind, can't use this site. So say you get 10, then it's going to give us an estimated 1 RM. So you can estimate, say you do an AMRAP set at 45 pounds and you get about 15 reps, you know that your 10 RM is going to be a little bit more than 45, probably about 55 pounds. A couple other things to note: the new exercises are in that video folder that's been posted in the Facebook group. Everything should be in there by tomorrow that might not be in there. Our movement prep is a little bit more thorough and specific to specific areas of the body or specific movement groups. So you have your bench press prep, your squat prep. We're working on hip mobility, hip strength and stability, landing mechanics. Everyone's doing this torso circuit. So this will progress as we go through the rest of our summer phases. Anything that's on here that we don't have a video for, you can actually look up online if it's not in the video group, or if you can't find it in that video folder, please let me know and I'll make sure that we get a video of it. The chin-up eccentrics is 5 seconds on the way down, and then you can either jump up or get help back up. So we're lowering ourselves for 5 seconds. Use load if possible. I don't want you to do something that's super easy. We want to make sure that we're actually challenging this exercise. The reverse lunge, the dumbbells or the kettlebells will be at your side, and I think that's more or less it. On the barbell squat jump, I mean, it's an exercise that you can look up online. We'll also have a video of it. It's just a quarter squat load, so you're not going into a full squat and then jumping out of that position. It's a quarter squat. You're blasting off. You're getting triple extension. You're loading in a quarter squat at the bottom, absorbing, just like you would in a box jump, and then you're resetting back up to the top. So we're not trying to get off the ground really quickly and repeatedly. We're just trying to put as much force into the ground as possible and get as high off the ground as we possibly can. BW is body weight, so we're using a percentage of your body weight as your load for this exercise. I think that